Hey everybody, I think I finally have this roof problem licked. Finally! Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of RV Tips and Trips. Today we are redoing the roof, and I kind of figured, you know what, instead of cutting this thing up into pieces and trying to glue spots and use the tape, the Eternabond tape, that I decided to peel back the roof and re-glue it with the right glue and then lay it back down. So we had to remove the two front pieces that hold the front of the roof on, right at the front cap, and then we partially removed the gutters from the front down about 1/3 of the way to the first air conditioner on both sides, and pulled back the roof. I removed all of the tape that I had put on there, and it peels off, especially with the hot sun on it. And we got this glue at Camping World, paid $71 for it. I'm going to show you. Use this stuff here. It's a water-based adhesive. You put it on, let it dry, and it becomes clear when it's dry, but it's very sticky. And then we laid the roof back down. So it smells like Elmer's glue. All right, so let's go over the things that I used to get this job done. Okay, so you will need a power screwdriver or cordless drill. I mean, it's not necessary, you could do it by hand, but boy, it makes life a lot easier. And then the screws on the roof are not necessarily Phillips, but they are Torx, and I used the number 2 Torx to remove the screws on all the trim and the gutters for up on the roof. So these two things make life way easier, let me tell you. Sealants, silicone, regular indoor-outdoor acrylic silicone. Now this won't bond to the roof membrane, just keep that in mind, but use it for sealing out other things like the trim where it meets up with the fiberglass. Lap sealant. Now I use both types, non-leveling and self-leveling. So of the self-leveling, I use it across the front of the roof where it meets up with the front cap, and I used 4 tubes of that, and I got only 1 tube of the non-leveling lap sealant. Butyl tape. Butyl tape is another kind of sealant, like caulking, and you use that under like the gutter where the screws go through. It helps give you a seal. They also used it between the membrane and the roof along the edges. So that's why I got this. Butyl tape's cheap. Get like, I don't know, 50 feet for $12, so it's not bad. The acrylic water-based bonding adhesive, this is what I used. It is a lot cheaper on Amazon than it is at Camping World, I'll tell you that. So this bonds both EPDM and TPO roof material. TPO is the roof material that I have. So you need these things on hand, and then you need a brush. It doesn't matter, it can be just a regular broom, whatever. Stiff bristles is good. This way, when you're laying the roof back down, you can push out any bubbles that you got trapped in there with the broom. The things that I don't show on here right now is, well, besides a caulking gun, you will also need a putty knife to scrape off the old lap sealant, and a paint roller, because you will pour the adhesive onto the roof deck and then roll it out with the paint roller. Okay, here's another tip too. Check the weather forecast and make sure you have at least 2 or 3 days, preferably at least 3 days, of nice sunny weather, no rain in the forecast. This way, if you get stuck, you're not in a panic mode to get things covered over before it rains. So give yourself 2 or 3 days of good weather before even attempting to do this job. So we use that glue, and it seems to have a stronger bond than the original glue that was on there. Peeling it back wasn't that difficult. You just take your time, and like I said, with the hot sun, pulling back the material nice and easy, and I was able to pull it all the way back to the air conditioners. And then I didn't bother sanding down the old glue because I think it would probably just make a mess. So I poured this glue onto the roof, and then with a roller rolled it out evenly all across the area. And then once that's set up, we relayed the roof back down, and then used a stiff brush to help work out any bubbles there. And I think it came out pretty good. So we had then put back the metal strips that hold the front down on the roof, and the 2 gutters, screwed those back in, and then use a lot of the lap sealant for TPO and EPD roofs, and just don't go sparingly. I mean, I just used a ton of it to make sure everything is sealed good. And so it looks good. So the proof will be when we're driving down the road if it stays put. So we'll know that in about a week. All right, so we pulled off the Eternabond tape, and what we're going to do is remove the trim that holds the front part of the rubber on the roof and the gutters down the sides up to about the air conditioner, and we're going to peel this back and re-glue it. Alright, so we got the trim piece off the front, and they used a lot of lap sealant, but there doesn't seem to be much in the way of glue to glue the material down onto the roof. But the trim piece wasn't too difficult to get off. So next it comes off the gutters. Yep. Alright, so this is the job now completed. And looks a lot better. It's not perfect, but I think this should do. And of course, not the prettiest job of the lap sealant. I got to put more on yet. I got to get another tube or two and just like completely cover that over with lap sealant. What the heck? Not bad. Hopefully this stays put. We'll see. All right, so this task wasn't really all that difficult. I'm glad I chose this path of peeling it back and re-gluing it, even though it seems like it would have been the most difficult thing to do, and that we were trying to figure out other ways to cheat it. This ended up being the easiest and the best method. Just redo the whole thing. You know, well, anyway, the 1/3 of it, and we'll just see if that holds up. All right. So we traveled about 70 miles down some highways to the next stop, and the roof looks okay. It stayed put. Looks very good. As you notice, I used a ton of that sealant, dichlor sealant, so that is well encapsulated. But yeah, it stayed put. Nothing rose up, so we're good to go. All right. Until next time, happy camping. Bye now. Thomas says thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share. Until next time, happy camping.